are welcome to the Wealthy Continent channel, a channel dedicated to the great people and the continent of Africa. I'm going to be looking at how do you see Africa? If you ask a group of people who have lived in Africa before and they migrated elsewhere, especially the Western world or part of Asia, and you ask them, what's their view about Africa? One of the things I believe they will say to you is, this was how my country was when I was living there. Uh, these are my experiences, and they will share with you their current experience where they are presently. Sharing with you, these are the way we live, this is what is happening, this is how the society is. And their last view will be, this is what we believe Africa can be. This is how we believe Africa can operate. They will share with you their views. If you speak to someone or a group of people living in Africa, how do you see Africa? How do you see your country? Some of them would tell you, we know Africa can be better. We know my country, out of the 54 countries in Africa, my country can be better as well. And they look forward to the change and believe that with time, God will make everything possible. Another person will tell you, or a group of people will tell you, this is Africa. You need to adjust to things. This is how we do things. You just need to accept things the way they are. If you speak to another group of people who have traveled from country to country, using months to travel from one area to another, going through the desert, going through the sea, before they get to their destination, which is outside Africa into another entire continent, and ask them, what is your view about Africa? I believe one of the things they will say is there were no opportunities for them in Africa. There was nothing happening in Africa. They couldn't see anything in the future for them. And that's why they went through the pain of going through the desert, spending months from one country to another, going through the sea until they got to their promised land, until they got to their destination, that everything will be okay. That is another perspective. If you speak to someone who has not gone to Africa at all, has not lived there, has not traveled there, and ask the person, how do you see Africa? Some of them will reply and tell you, Africa is a dark continent. Africa is a place where they live with animals. Africa is a poor continent. Africa is a corrupt continent. Africa is a place that there's so many sickness and diseases. In fact, Africa is a charity case. That is another view. I believe the 1.3 billion plus people in Africa, the great continent, if you ask them, how do you see Africa? We are going to get a different perspective from each and every one of us. For those in the diaspora, if you ask about them, how do you see your country? How do you see Africa? They will have different views as well. My belief is, if we put all those perspectives together, if we collate them together and filter them, and match the ones that are similar, we will find out that there's some things that speaks for themselves. That is, Africa needs to develop. Africa can do better than what is happening now. The society can be better. All the sectors can be improved. This will be the dream of the people. They want to see a flourishing Africa, a prosperous Africa, an Africa where there's opportunities for all, an Africa where there's an enabling environment for people to see their ideas, their dreams become a reality. One of the things I know is this: the place called Africa, the continent of Africa, is beautiful. I believe the place is overblessed with both people and resources. However, for Africa to move forward, all of us have a part to play. I believe that where we are today, we brought Africa there. Where we're going to go tomorrow is still in our hands. I believe the dream of Africa, the vision of Africa, is in our hands. We need to communicate with one another. We need to share with one another. But I believe principally the leadership of Africa, they need to have a vision. They need to share the vision. They need to project the vision to people until people see where they're going, until they can see the dream. Then it's hard to pursue. It's difficult to execute. Like I always say, it is not the place that defines the people. It is the people that defines the place. In as much as the onus is on each and every one of us, I believe the collaboration of leadership and the people will bring about the change we all desire to see in every sector, in the environment, in our lives. How we see things affect not only our lives, but our environment. The place will only change when we change. We are the determinant of the changes we want to see in Africa. The onus is on all of us, and I believe that we're going to do our own part. Everyone contributing their own quota. However, leadership has a major responsibility to play. Wherever the head turns, the whole body will have to align. So leadership needs to see. It will be very disastrous if we have leaders who cannot see, if we have leaders who doesn't have visions, if you have leaders who don't have dreams, there is nothing to project to the people. That is why you and I will have a responsibility to play in sharing the vision of what we want to see Africa become, of where we want to see the growth and development. Africa needs to develop. We are at a place at this time we can still move forward and be better in all that we do. Before I draw the curtains, I would like to appreciate the youth of our time. I think technology has boosted a lot of things that is happening in our society today. Youths are leaving their country and going from one country to another in Africa. We have 54 countries in Africa, and the youths are moving from one place to another. They are introducing Africa to Africans, telling us about how Africa looks like, telling us the state of things in countries, telling us how to deal with people, how you are going to be welcome, telling us a lot of things about Africa. This is amazing. And the youth are collaborating. They are building bridges with one another. They are discussing. I believe if this continues to happen, it's going to change the narrative of Africa. We are going to see people talking to one another irrespective of the country they are from within the continent of Africa. I respect the youth for the work they are doing. To me, it's a great work. And I believe one of the things they've seen is tourism. Tourism is big business in Africa. Apart from traveling from place to place, you are educated when you travel. Whether you are traveling on holidays, whether you are going there to live, you get to know what is happening in a place. You get to know how the people are. You get to know how warm and receptive people are. You get to know about the environment. And this is happening in our time. It's happening in our season. And I would want to encourage the youth to continue doing the fantastic job they are doing. One of the most traveled youth that I've seen has gone to 17 countries in Africa out of the 54. I believe the grounds will be covered with time because some of them are joining forces together, introducing Africa to Africans. That is good. That is a good job they are doing. If the tourism picks up, it's going to affect the aviation industry as well. It's going to create jobs. People are going to fly from one country to another, and people are going to get to know one another. Enough of just looking at countries from the map, just knowing them. This is what this country is. This is where this country is. But you have not visited. You don't know anything about the country. I would like to encourage each and every one of us in the 54 countries. Nobody can say it better than you. Nobody can introduce your country better than you. I'd like to encourage us as youths, as a people, to talk about your country. The good, the bad, the ugly, what we can do, help us to understand our countries, and it will help us for us to know what the problems are, the challenges, and how they can be resolved. I believe as long as we keep taking all the steps and working towards a better Africa, there is no way we are not going to experience the dream. If you have been getting value for your time, I'd like you to consider subscribing. I'd like you to share the video because a candle doesn't lose its light by giving light to others. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.